was just thinking that in our lives, it's really good if we do things for the right intentions and with the right idea, and we've got great and noble aspirations. But I'm not sure that you always need the right reason to do something that's right. And even if you do it without the right reason, great, you get it done. I'm going to give you an example from my life. A friend of mine, when I was a teenager, my mom had dark hair, this friend had dark hair, and she had just made a passing comment that she thought blondes were always dumb. I'd remembered that, as you do, full of angst. And then another friend was going to start university. Now, I'd always wanted to go to university because I liked learning. But due to certain reasons, I couldn't. I'll tell you about that in another video. But here was a friend who was going to enroll, and I suddenly thought, I'm going to be considered dumb blonde. If all I ever do is just work. I had worked in the post office, and my goodness, I loved that job. It was fantastic. And then I had worked for Southern Suns Hotel Group down near Kruger Park in Hazyview at Sabi River Hotel and Country Club. And I'd worked there, and it was okay. Tourism, it looks glamorous, but it ain't that glamorous, let me tell you now. Anyway, I suddenly thought, well, I don't want to be considered a dumb blonde. So that's not the greatest reason, is it? But anyway, I went and I enrolled, and it was tough. I remember having to, I'd had my third baby by the time I started. He was a good sleeper, luckily, and he would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I would feed him, and then I wouldn't go to sleep because I had my other two babies, and I'd had 3 babies basically in 3.5, 4 years. So there's that. And I would go and sit in the lounge and study, or in the kitchen at the table in the kitchen, and write out assignments to be typed up on an old typewriter. I loved those typewriters. Anyway, that was my story. Later on, I did finish my degree. I was so frightened of failing that I didn't tell anyone. And I have to say, for the first 3 months, I didn't really understand all the language. I had to have a little dictionary that I was looking up, and I can remember crying, thinking, I am dumb after all. Anyway, I managed to get that degree, and I majored in English, theory of literature. I did history 1 and 2. I did, so I suppose in England and America, you would say it's a liberal arts type of degree. But in South Africa, the degrees were, you had to have 10 subjects to major, which was my English and theory of literature. I did ancient history and communications. I did more than 10 subjects. And I did isiZulu. isiZulu is another story. It gave me enough to understand. People can't gossip in front of me. So there's that. So yeah, I really started studying because I didn't want to be known as a dumb blonde. And here I am, and I have now got other degrees. So yay!